Hi, and welcome to yet another episode of Marketing for Book Coaches podcast. This is the podcast for the book coach who's a little bit lost in the tricky world of marketing and needs a little extra help. That's why I come in, and I am your host, and I'm a business mentor for book coaches. Today, we're going to dive into one of the most powerful tools in your marketing toolkit, which are newsletters. So, newsletters have been around for a long time, but their relevance cannot be overstated. So they offer a direct line to your audience. They allow you to share updates, insights, and also offers in a personalized way. So today we're going to dive deep into why newsletters are so effective, how they can transform your book coaching business, and what makes a great newsletter. So let's dig into number one. Why are newsletters so important and how can they transform your business? So there's a few reasons. First one, direct communication. Remember when Facebook and Instagram went down? There was global panic because so many business owners have their entire business built around that social media. But as was shown to these examples, when your social media of your choice is going down, it also means that you lose that direct line of communication with your subscribers and followers. You eliminate this risk by having a newsletter. Of course, you will probably lose people if this happens one day, but you still have that direct line of communication with those who signed up for your newsletter, and you're not starting from scratch. Number two, relationship building. Your newsletter is the place to be for you to really lean in fully 100% into your niche and into your personality. The people who sign up for your newsletter, they are already a little bit more interested in what you do than the ones who just follow you on Instagram or LinkedIn and who might like from time to time a post. These ones really have taken that deliberate choice of having you into their mailbox. And why? Because they want your specific expertise on what you are doing. Number three, it builds your reputation as an expert. Again, this links a little bit with what we said just earlier on. In your newsletter, this is where you have to show who you are. You have the exclusive attention of your subscriber. They're not seeing something else pop up or another post by. No, they just focus on your newsletter. And this is where you can go even deeper in showing them, hey guys, I'm the one for you. In my case, I'm a business mentor for book coaches. People who come on my newsletter, they want the information that is relevant to their business, which is the one of a book coach. They're not a florist. They're not a yoga teacher. They are a book coach. They have unique challenges and they need that information. And my newsletter can give that to them. And the same is for you. You don't want a writer who's just writing anything. You want a writer who specifically needs your advice. Which brings us to number four, which is promotion. Your newsletter is a privileged platform to make your subscribers aware of the services that you offer. I always advise to that you offer. You can offer, you can talk about your services or special offers, but one way I use it as well is that I will test a little bit the audience before. And so my subscribers sometimes get access to courses that I will sell later on, but they get free access. So they didn't give me their feedback. It's also a way of rewarding them for their attention because there is so much competition out there now as well in newsletters. If someone is on my list, I really respect that. And you should too. Respect the person who's on your newsletter and reward that loyalty by, again, given an incentive from time to time, or guys do offer promotions and make them aware of what exactly you are offering. Now, let's talk about what makes actually a good newsletter. Three key tips. First of all, engaging subject lines. I learned this the very hard way, so please listen and learn from me. A couple of weeks ago, I wrote a newsletter. I really spent so much time on thinking about the right words, the right sentence, and then I did a crucial error, which was I botched the subject line. And I put a very generic one, thinking, okay, the content is more important than the subject line. Wrong thinking. It was the newsletter with the worst engagement and the worst click rate, just simply because of that subject line. So, lesson learned, I take as much time on writing the newsletter as I do as writing the subject line. Golden tip number 2, valuable content. And this means that, yes, you can use your newsletter as a platform for promoting your services. And you have to, because someone who is on your newsletter, they want to know what you're offering and how you can help them. But you also need to give them the value that they are looking for by subscribing to your newsletter. For example, as a business coach for book coaches, again, I really focus on making sure that every newsletter is around, okay, there's one tip that they can take and apply in their businesses. And the same you have to do with your writers. They didn't sign up for your newsletter because they didn't have anything else to do. They signed up for your newsletter because they want the tips that you promised them to give them. So again, don't talk about florists or yoga teachers or anything. Talk about what really is a problem for your writer. Number 3, consistency. And this is very personal to each of you. I do my newsletter on a weekly basis because it is such a crucial point in my marketing toolkit. But if you can only do one every 2 weeks, every month, that's perfectly fine. The most important aspect is that you make it sure and clear to your reader that, okay, every month, first Monday of the month, you can expect a great, valuable piece of content that is focused around you and your problems as a writer. And that will make them so much more happier than having, for example, one newsletter here, one newsletter there, or at the contrary, sending out 5 newsletters in 1 week and then just stop writing at all for the next 5 months. After these 3 tips on what makes a great newsletter, we have to talk also about something else, which is promoting your newsletter. Some of us might think, okay, I just have my newsletter. I put in a form on my website and then things will come. Not that much. You have to actively promote your newsletter, put it out there, say to people, hey, if you are, for example, a writer who is struggling with holiday romance, I have the newsletter very specifically just for that. Get on board. Here you go. So there are a few strategies that you consider here. The most common one, of course, is the website sign-up form. So, and you try to put this especially on the high traffic pages. For example, your homepage, this is where you have to put front and center that you have a newsletter. Don't put it at the end or like hide it. Put it front and center because you want the website visitor to come on your website and you want to attract that person with your newsletter. Now, other strategies are, for example, social media. And for this, I really invite you to go look at my LinkedIn profile because this week I really set in place a promotion week around my newsletter. So every single day of the week, I have been publishing about my newsletter, what it brings, where you can sign up, what are the advantages, etc., etc. The reason being that, again, I realized that I might be in contact with lots of book coaches, but many of them don't know that I have that specific newsletter out there just for them. So again, you don't need to do like me and have this promotion newsletter week, but you can, at the minimum, talk about it in one of your posts on Instagram or LinkedIn or Facebook or whatever is your social media of your choice. And then third but not least, incentives. So offer something valuable in return for signing up. So there's a couple of things that you can do. I will again take advantage of my own newsletter to give you some ideas. The first one is that I offer, for example, a free training. People can choose between a marketing training or a goal setting training, both very specifically linked to the issues and based upon the feedback that I get from my book coaches. Another incentive is that I tell them, okay, I'm opening this group program in October 24. If you are on my newsletter, you get an early access to get your spot, because there are not many spots. I keep it deliberately small, so not many spots. But on top of that, you get 20% and an extra bonus if you are a subscriber to my newsletter. I mean, on a side note, if this doesn't motivate you to sign up for my newsletter, then I don't know what does. So, and that's it. And that's it for me today. A very short introduction on why you should consider newsletters, why they are so important, and what makes a great newsletter, and how do you promote them. I hope you found this episode valuable for you as a book coach. If you want more of this business tip and tricks, please don't forget to sign up for my own newsletter, the only one out there who is focused on you book coaches from a business perspective. If you want to sign up, you can subscribe by following the link into the description. Until next time, keep the newsletters coming and those book coached. Bye-bye.